Hey, what's up guys? It's Aura, Creatrix of Fierce Feminine Rise, and I'm back with a new video to share with you all that you do not have to have sex if you don't want to. Okay, this can be a very taboo topic. It can also be a sensitive topic and a very vulnerable as one, but I deeply feel it's an important one. So I want to share a little bit about my experience and also advocate that you never have to have sex if you don't want to. Seems simple, right? Like we hear it maybe from our parents or from loved ones or in school, but do we really integrate that practice into our relationships? And I know for me, I didn't because I had a skewed perception around sex in relationships. And so I just want to share today a little bit about my experience and also share with you that you don't have to have sex if you don't want to and why. Okay, not that you need a reason, just to be clear. However, I want to bring about this topic because it's a personal one for me. I used to have a limiting belief that I had to have sex in my relationship with my partner if they wanted to have sex, and especially if I wasn't menstruating, right? Because like menstruation can sometimes be a way out of not having to be intimate with our partners. And yeah, so I used to have this belief, like this crazy belief that even if I wasn't sexually aroused but my partner was, that I needed to accommodate their sexual needs by violating my own inner boundaries. Crazy. And when I finally woke up to this, you know, and I woke up to this really by doing some inner work and having a deeper understanding of women's cycles, right? So we're not always aroused during our entire season. That's not how it works for women. And also we're not aroused as immediately as men. It takes men maybe seconds to minutes, but for women it takes a bit longer. And I don't think we know that, and I don't think our partners know that. And so I'm here to tell you that, that it takes longer for us to be aroused. And just because your partner is immediately ready does not mean that you need to be immediately ready. And it definitely doesn't mean that you absolutely have to have sex if they want to have sex with you. And it doesn't mean that you need to rush into penetration or intercourse with your partner. All right, so the reason why is because when we have sex when we don't want to, we're not only violating our own inner boundaries and not honoring our body's needs and our body's attention, but we're also creating some disconnect from our bodies when we are forcing ourselves to have sex when we don't want to. Meaning when a lot of us disembody, right? We think we're outside of the body, we're not really enjoying it, and we're thinking like, can we hurry up and get this over with? Not such a good, like, harmonious thing to have. And sex is so sacred. It's a very sacred act between people. And when we don't honor that, when we avoid our own inner knowing and just succumb to what other people want us to do, it takes the sacredness away and it loses its embodiment. And it can also create harm to our yonis, to our vagina, right? Like when you're not fully aroused, it can be forceful, it can create tears in your body. It can also just make you want to close up because you're not fully open to receive and to be in that act. All right, so here today to tell you that you do not have to have sex if you don't want to, and you are in your full autonomous right to let your partner know that you don't want to have sex. And it doesn't mean that you're not interested in them or that you don't love them or that you don't ever want to have sex with them, but it just means that you're honoring your body and where you're at. And if you have a partner who can really hold space for you with compassion and love, they will understand and hold space for you and not force you or make you feel bad about it or try to like manipulate you with words or whatever. So stand tall and strong in your power and really tune in. When we're more in tune with our body and our body's needs and our body's wants, we can then speak our truth easier. We can share when we want something and we can share when we don't want something, and we can do it with confidence and without the fear of hurting another person's feeling or for them judging us. Yeah? All right, so that is what I wanted to share with you all today. Remember that you don't ever have to have sex if you don't want to. It's completely your right, and hopefully you're in relationship with partners who can understand that and communicate. Maybe you all can communicate around it a bit, like talk about what does create arousal for you, or what does get you in the mood, or you know, maybe you need something else than like that physical penetration. Maybe you need intimacy in a different way, because intimacy can come in many different ways. It is not just sex. It can be cuddling, it can be sharing a meal together, it could be back rubs, it can be a beautiful bath, it could be reading poetry to each other, it could be so much. So I invite you to explore different ways of intimacy with your partner, especially when you're not feeling like having physical sex with them. All right. Thank you for liking this video, for subscribing and leaving your comments. I'm super interested in hearing about what else you all would like me to share on this platform. So leave your themes or what you want to know more about in the comments. And yeah, I'll be back with more videos, sending lots of love, lots of freedom, and lots of pleasure to everybody in the universe. See you soon.